Today, I am going to help you set yourself free. We are getting ready to celebrate Independence Day, which is set aside for the 4th of July. Now, I know a lot of people like to go onto the dark side or to the negative frequency or the lower chakras or the negative mindset and say, oh, I'm not free in this country. It is the government that's holding me back, and it is they, T-H-E-Y, they who are keeping me from doing this and keeping me from doing that and making me unhappy in my life, and I can't be rich and famous and at peace and healthy and doing whatever it is that I want to do in the material manifested world that I'm in. I understand that. I have gone through those cycles in my life myself. But I am telling you, you are no longer a victim of the system. The founders of the system were enlightened ones. They were the ones who put in place not only laws such as maritime, admiralty law, UCC, corporate law, or the Constitution, or statutes, or anything to keep people out of chaos until they can grow and learn to be independent. They were also the same people who believed in inalienable rights, natural law, law of man who knows that he is not only man, that he is God himself in the form of man. So like God says, through every temptation, there is a way out. There is a way out of every situation that you might find yourself to be. I always tell people that for every man-created problem, there is a man-created solution. For every man-created, or for every God-created problem, whatever you think may be a God-created problem, there also is a God-created solution. It just depends on which level you want to go to raise yourself up, to go to deal with the God-created problem or deal with the man-created problems on the lower level. You choose. You have the choice. That is what it means to be yourself, the burden removing, yoke destroying power of God. You are the burden removing, yoke destroying power of God. And whatever you can imagine, whatever images you can put in your mind or play out on your stage as the producer, you shall have. So as you are coming up on tomorrow, which is the 4th of July or Independence Day, try your hardest to move to the light and stand in the light and free yourself and celebrate your freedom, because all the enlightened people are just being reminded that we are free. There is nothing that is holding us back. There is nothing that is keeping us from doing what we want to do. There is nothing that's keeping us from the zeros and ones of binary money that is infinite on this planet that we create. Nothing keeping us from ultimate health, ultimate wealth, from just doing whatever it is that we want to do. There's nothing stopping us but our minds. And the great thing about the mind is you can change your mind. You can change your attitude. You can change your thoughts. You can change your mind. You are in control of that. Remove the barriers of the prison that you've locked yourself in. You no longer have to be the prisoner, the correctional officer, and the warden. You are now the one who will break down those walls and set yourself free. You are free. The only thing that's stopping you is the thoughts in your mind that say, oh, I am black, and we black people, we're not represented by the they in the world. You know, oh, I'm gay, or I'm Hispanic, or I'm a veteran, or I'm a woman, or I'm a kid, and therefore I cannot do these things. You are the only one setting the stipulations on your life. I promise you guys, I have lived it long enough. Okay? I have been a victim of racism. I have been, whether I was white or whether I was black, I was getting it from every end. Being educated or not educated, I have gotten it from every end until I came to understand that this material world is where I have chosen to be, and whatever happens in this world is what I choose for it to happen. I know this sounds like a lot. I know this sounds overwhelming to you. I know you're like, Dr. Balo, please. You have gone from being in the dark to being now like you're the Illuminati. You can call it whatever you want. I am an illuminated one, an enlightened one, which is why it's easy for me to understand the laws that govern the material world and how I, who am from the spiritual world, can work around those particular laws that are set in place to keep down the chaos. I know everybody says, oh, but the chaos is so that they can have mind control and govern us and MK Ultra. And who are they? They are whoever you want them to be. So guess what? You can do two things. You can get rid of the they and move them into the dark, which is what God said when he said, forget those things which are left behind and press forward to the mark of the call in Christ Jesus, just us, you. Move forward, press forward. You got to push forward to the light, because it's all about you, and you can make those decisions to remove yourself from the they, or to remove the they altogether, and be like William Shakespeare and create your own production. Be like Tyler Perry and create your own production. Be like Oprah and have your own production. Or do like Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. Whatever you got to do to get to the light, whatever you got to do to raise your level of consciousness and set yourself free, do it, but do it in your mind. Stop wasting your time in the material world trying to fight it and do it. Start sitting down and practice working with your imagination. You got so far away from it when you were a kid. You had the greatest imagination when you were a kid. You imagined so many things. Sit down and think about those things that have come to pass. And start being like a child. Like God said, unless you have a mind of a child, you cannot inherit the kingdom. Be childlike. Be like a kid. And imagine the world you want to be in and just live it. And I know this is just a snippet of what I'm trying to get you to do to be free. But if you need me to kind of break it down to you, you want to go through some spiritual counseling, you want to do some spiritual talking. And I'm not talking about religion and tradition. I'm talking about the real spirit world, the God world. And you want to talk about how to make your life the way you want it to be, or you want to get your life right. Give me a call. Hit me up. Let's do a one-on-one. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you, but I'm going to teach you how to get the money. We created it anyway. It's going to cost you. But until then, hold on. I'll be coming back with some free game, and I'll be coming back on the 4th with some pop, 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 firecracker knowledge. Love you guys. Bye-bye.